We all stand for the flag for a reason. What's the reason, people say? The reason is freedom, or it's because that's what we're taught to do. But to me, the reason is different. To me, the reason is those people. The people that risk their family, their lives. They risk everything so that we can have freedom. So when I stand for the flag, I stand for these people, those who are still standing fighting for our country, and those who have sadly passed away. I stand for the families who have felt the pain and sorrow of a loved one being lost. I went to school on Veterans Day, and there were students talking through my moment of silence and sitting when the Pledge of Allegiance was said and the national anthem was played. Now I understand religions, but you can at least stand there looking at the flag with respect in your eye. You don't have to like it, but let me ask you this. How can you live in this country and have freedom to do what you please, but you can't stand for 1 minute and look and respect at a flag that still stands today that gives you the freedom you have? This is my personally designed Christmas tree. And you're probably wondering, well, what if we don't celebrate Christmas? The story behind it is not me celebrating Christmas. It's a heart for the families of those who have lost someone that was a soldier, someone that they stood for the flag for. These boots were worn by my father. He gave them to me about a couple years ago. Now you probably think that's the reason why I'm doing this video, to support my father. But it's not. I'm doing this video because I see a future. The future our country has. If we all stand for the flag, even if it's just out of respect, you just stand for it. It gives a lot of other people joy. The more joy in the world depends on us as a country.
To agree with the 4 judges who weren't buying that. I think the flag is unique. It's, to the touch, only a piece of cloth, but it symbolizes a lot more than anything that I can imagine in terms of a piece of cloth. The flag is what school kids pledge their allegiance to from the earliest grades. The flag is what people fight and die under. Over 1 million people have died defending that flag in wars since the Revolutionary War. The flag is a symbol that transcends language barriers, and it is a very special national symbol. Unlike copies of the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution, the flag is that unique heritage of this country that I think Congress should have the authority to protect from physical acts. If you want to change the law and delete the stars or get rid of the stripes and change the law in Congress, fine. You can advocate whatever you want. But I think when you take a physical act against the flag of this country, we have the right, and should have under the First Amendment, to say when you get to that point, to that line, when you're not burning a flag because it's an old flag and worn out, we can draw that line. And that's what the debate is basically about.
You're telling me that I can have a fire but no patience. I can do a front flip but not be respectful. I can enjoy a nice, relaxing, hour-long bath, but I can't stand for 1 minute. I really don't understand. We do all the things we want for an excessive amount of time, but we can't take 1 minute to look at a flag. Your life is in the hands of millions of soldiers. This flag is a representation of them soldiers. So when you sit during the Pledge of Allegiance, you're telling the soldiers that what they're doing is not worth your time. And if it's not worth your time, then you're not worth fighting for, because they waste their time to give you freedom, and you can't stand with respect for 1 minute. You could just not like war, but it's not going to war that they're doing. It's them being your protector and your provider. They protect your life, and they provide you with freedom. They put their lives before yours. So why don't we stand for those representations of those who fight for us? We should stand together as one country strong as could be. United we stand, or divided we fall.